Hi darlings, thank you so much for joining me on my channel today. Today I am showing you the first part of my January memory keeping. If you did not see my first two videos on Project Life, I will go ahead and link those below. But today I am working on just the first part. So I am taking a monthly approach. So I am just going to be printing significant photos, small moments, big moments that happen throughout the month. And then I'll be using my Ali Edwards Story by the Months kits to kind of to put these together. And so I was working with the back of, let me show you, I can put these to the side of this here. This was my title page. I do have a process video for this, so I will list that below. But I was working on the back of my title page. And so this was already here because I made a shaker pocket on the back of this card for the front. And so since I knew I was going to be using this card as an intro to my January month keeping, I was working with the back of this. So here I kind of just laid out some of the pictures that started off the month. I'm not necessarily always going to go in order, but kind of just going through, okay, the beginning of the month, what happened there, then the middle of the month, what happened there, and then the end of the month, I'll throw any extra pictures together. Really, I just want to keep it within the month. So this is everything that happened within the month of January. Well, this is the first part. And then I'll have a opening page for February with the same, opening card. And then I'll be showing all of my pictures and the moments, doing my journaling for the moments that happened in January. Those are my plans for now. So I kind of laid out everything for this first portion. I thought it would be easier to go ahead and do that, so then we can jump into the process video without there being so much decision making. And then we can go for there. So let me go ahead and put you on fast forward and let's dig in.
Okay, darlings, so since I have my cards and pictures mostly where I want them, I start off with my journaling here. So I am picking from my favorite journaling pens. They're from Mr. Pen, and I have different widths over to the right. And so I'm just picking one that I want to use for this card. And in this card, I'm telling the story of the flowers that my husband brought home that are on the left-hand side. My cousin passed away, and I was just having a really hard week, and my husband came home with flowers. So I wanted to tell that story there. And then on this card, I'm going to tell two other micro stories. One of us wearing matching pandas to church, and another of a dear friend of ours joining us for some dinner. Okay, so now I'm going to use this card to tell the story of, on that top left-hand corner of the right-hand side, I tell the story of my son purchasing his own PS4. He saved up to purchase it for himself, and we were so proud of him because he brought it all by himself. He's 15, and I thought that was a big win for him. Now I'm using these circles 1, 2, and 3 because I'm going to use the January 3 Things card. And so I'm going to tell 3 micro stories here. So that first one is my son and his brother in the front seat, making me ride in the back seat. So that micro story about him driving and me being in the back seat. The second one is trying new hairstyles with my daughter. And the third one, just talking about mornings with my middle son and how fun it is that we get that special time alone every morning now. Okay, so all of those are done. So now I'm looking at embellishments, and I love these long flags. I thought they would be super cool to use vertically along the side of these 3x4 cards. And I wanted to use multiple one of them. I also love this kind of triangle flag here. I was going between the pink one or the beige one, and I really liked the the pink one, how it popped off of the picture a little bit more. And so I'm also using score tape to adhere these down. So I add this red one. I really love this story about my son buying his own PS5. So I added that sentiment there. And then I'm also just shifting to see what else I can use to embellish on these other pages. So you'll see me use score tape a lot. Score tape has been my go-to recently because I ran out of my tape runner. And to be quite honest, score tape is just more economical and it lasts longer. The rolls are definitely a lot bigger than and last a lot longer than my tape runner does. So I'm just sliding some of these into the pockets here. So the next thing that I kind of think about is I really loved these 3 speech bubbles, but to be completely honest, I didn't know what to do with them. Like I didn't have an idea to how to decorate them or how to embellish them. So ultimately, I'm going to end up changing those. So I'm adding in the cards that I know I want to use, and the journaling that I have already completed. Then I decide to add some word phrase stickers or word fetty stickers as I call them. And I want to use these to kind of add a little bit more to the story. So all of these are micro stories that I'm telling that happen throughout the month. But I love adding word phrase stickers because it kind of gives you like keywords, like a little pop to the story without reading the journaling. I mean, obviously you can read the journaling because it's right there, but I love how that kind of adds like just a little bit more details to each of the stories. So I end up picking 3 for each one of these stories. And then the one with the flowers or the roses from my husband, I end up just adding 2 of those to that one. But I really love how it adds just a little extra to those pictures. And they're just word fetty or word phrase stickers are one of my favorite embellishments to use in project life for sure. Okay, after adding the word phrase stickers, this is when I realized that I want to switch out those speech bubble cards. Again, I like them. I definitely like that they both match, but I just feel like it wasn't adding anything to the page and I didn't have anything to add to them. So I decided to flip through my cards and then flip through the vellum, and I actually end up going with this mixed media piece. I thought it was perfect because it matches that top left-hand card that has the quote about every day being the first day or a great year. And so I was like, this is perfect. It matches with that card. It'll give me that design element of 3 because I'll be using that mixed media, vellum type design on 3 different pieces. So I ultimately decide to go with that. So now I'm just adhering down the 1, 2, 3 circles. I will say I really love that they included not just the 1, 2, 3 circles, but they also included the 1, 2, 3 card. And even though you don't have to use these together, there's also another 4x6 card that says 1, 2, 3 that you could also use for journaling. If you didn't want to use this January 3 things card, I really love it. I feel like it's a really good design pick. And so here I was thinking of possibly using some of the chipboard here to add them onto this vellum, but ultimately I decide to go against that. And then after sifting through my embellishment one last time, I figure out that I'm done.
Hey darlings, I think that is it. I mean, I have these 2 filler cards that I'm thinking if I should add something to. Well, maybe that would be cute, but I don't know. None of these chip cards tend to work here, and I had this, but I just had nothing to add on to it. Like I wasn't feeling it. So, but I think I'm gonna leave them for here and like this, just plain. And then if I need to, I'll add some chipboards if I find some later on. But I think for now, this is perfect for part 1. So this is part 1 of January. I will be filling in part 2 of this spread in another video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're new here, hope you consider subscribing, hit the like button and notification button so you don't miss any of my videos, and thank you so much for joining me each and every video, darlings. God bless. Bye.